database layer, application layer, presentation layer.
Database layer, application layer, and presentation. What is the difference between these three layers? What is these three layers? What is presentation layer? What is application layer? And what is database layer?
Database layer stores the data of all the clients or people, and the application layer processes the data from the database and presents it to the presentation layer.
Good. What is presentation layer?
Which presents the output.
Yes, good. And what is database layer?
Stores the data.
Yes.
For
here, that stores the data centrally. That is permanent. It stores the data. Good. And what is the disadvantage in R/2?
It's only two-tier architecture.
Two-tier architecture.
Number of clients are increased in this.
Yes, good. If you increase the client count, the automatically performance degraded. Okay. So, what are the types of consultants in SAP?
Three types of consultants: functional, technical, and basis.
So, what is the roles and responsibilities of functional consultants?
Collecting the data and information, configuring the data and everything. It's more with the client. You deal with interact with client.
Good. What is technical consultant activity?
Technical consultant, they do the coding part.
Coding. Okay. The programming related the technical programming related tasks handled by the technical team. And as per the functional consultant, as functional consultant gather the requirements from the clients, they will prepare the FSDs, functional specific documents. Through that, they will design a technical document, and they will prepare a program. Then they prepare a technical document. And what is basis consultant activity?
Server maintenance and authorizations.
Server maintenance and server maintenance, provide authorization, installations, job monitoring. So this all comes under the basis. Okay. So what are the types of servers available in the market?
Two types. Production and ADS. Yeah.
Okay. Production server. Who's used this server?
It's all the business. Real time server.
Real time. Who's handling the business in the real time? Those candidates are using production. Which type of server you are using in the market for practice servers?
ADS.
Yes. This is a sandbox service which is provided as. So what is the difference between the master data and transactional data? What is master data? What is
it stores permanent data.
What is master data?
Which shows our identities.
No. Master data.
Master data is something that can be created once and cannot be edited by any others unless it is given authorizations.
Very good. Excellent. Governance.
Governance is the one who provides that authorizations and
Correct.
roles.
The set of authorizations and roles is a governance. Through this set of roles and authorization, we can make the changes in the master data. Directly, we cannot proceed to change the master data. What is transactional data? This is master data. That is opposite. This master data opposite transaction data. What is the transaction data?
Data that can be changed often, or
Yes.
in
The data can change often. That is a transactional data. Example, your bank transactions. That is also share values. So this type of all objects comes under transaction data. So that every time that the complete instance got changed as per the dedicated time frame, that automatically that gets changed. The data is a transactional data. Okay, this is we discussed in the last class, introduction of ERP, and what are the ERP objects? Tell me few ERP objects. What are the objects in ERP? Band, JD Edwards, Oracle, PeopleSoft, SAP. SAP is one of the object in ERP. Can you hear me? Hello.
yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is all about we discussed in the last class, correct? And today we are going to the actual topics. Like we are going to be logging into the system. Before logging into the system, just now we discussed master. What is master data and what is transactional data? We can change often. That is a transactional data. That we cannot change oftenly. We can create only once, like customer account details, vendor details. These are all examples about the master data. So to start working with the ABAP related objects, we have to know some basic information about the data. So data has different types. There might be a numbers, characteristics. That is a combination of character, that is a words, and in the number wise, it is a floating points, integers. Correct. So basically, to understand the system, SAP system, we have a four types of uh, data types: numeric, character, string, hexadecimal. Okay, numeric, character, string, and hexadecimal. So, what is numeric? What is character? What is string? What is hexadecimal? Numeric is a it belongs to number related objects. Number is a it's an integer. Integer means it's a positive values. There is no negative. Plus positive values. And packed decimal. These are all positive values. Packed decimal. There is a pointed values. The value after the point. And floating points. These are both are same, but here the difference is here not it is an exact name, exact number. What is after point? How many numbers it has that are displayed. But here floating points. Here, for example, 22.32. System automatically give us a round figure value. There is a round figure value 22.86. There is a round figure value 29. So this value given by the system if you maintain the data type floating points. This is the data type F. For packed decimal P, integers I. We have a four types of data type: numerical, character, string, hexadecimal. In the numerical character, again it divided into three types, three categories: integer, packed decimals, and floating points. Now characteristic. Characteristic also character means there is a single. This is A is a one character, B is a one character, C is a one character, like this. Each character is a each word each letter is a one character. C4. C is a character. The 4 is indicating the length. C, this is a C. C is the date. This is the data type that is indicating the characteristic data type. 4 is indicating the length. A, B, C, D. Total 4 length. C4 means the character it holds 4 digits. Sorry, 4 characteristic length. This is the way we can define the character data type. And also it is comes under the date and time. This is the standard date format. SAP is the standard date format. YYY MMDD, year, month, date. This is standard SAP format. Time, hours, minutes, seconds. Once you define this, automatically this date format automatically displayed onto the screen. I will show you in the screen level. Next is string. String is a collection, a combination of letters. So combination means see P is one letter, P is one letter, R, U, T, like this. It's a combination of characters. It's a combination of character. It is a word. This is one word. This is one word. The combination of character it's called a string. Okay, and hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is a like liters, kg, euros, currency, quantity. Currency and quantity objects comes under the hexadecimal. Okay, total how many? 4 types: numeric, character, string, hexadecimal. The numeric, integer, floating, hexadecimal. Character, date, time. Here the string is a collection of characters. Hexadecimal is a currency and quantity objects comes under the hexadecimals. Total 4 types of data types in SAP. And so in SAP level, in SAP, to store the data, end of the day, we store the data into a table. For every object, there is a specific table. For example, customer has customer table, vendor has vendor table, customer ID, customer name, customer address. Like that, the data got filled. So this table data got stored permanently in the database layer. So what we have to do here, end of the day, our data stored into database layer. Through that, here we know in the real time, we no need to create any custom tables, custom programs, nothing is required. As I already told you in the yesterday class, SAP has provided 200 above predefined models. That means ready to use. We can use ready to use. For every business scenario related, all standard objects are included in that particular applications. So we no need to do any additional customization over there. Just directly we can use. In that, to do any kind of development, any kind of configuration, we no need to do any customization. That means we no need to create any user defined objects. Already system has provided 1 lakh above programs, 50 lakh above function models, 50,000 above transaction codes, tables, 5 lakhs above tables. These are all predefined tables, programs, all technical related objects are given by the SAP. We no need to create anything. Very rare case. That means that is against to the standard. For example, there is a customer related application. So customer requirement is same customer application level, they require material information. So that time our own design is required. That is our customization is required. User defined objects are that time we need to implement. So how to implement, how to create these tables, how to save the data into the table. So to discuss with these topics, first we need to know about the basic understanding about the data dictionary. In this data dictionary, the transaction code. So to work with SAP system, we have a list of transaction codes. Each transaction, it has separate activity. For example, if you work with the tables, we have a transaction code. S11. If you enter S11, automatically system display the data dictionary. That means table creation related all objects that will be displayed. Here we can create the tables. SC38. SC38 is the ABAP editor. ABAP editor means here we can create the programs. Technical team has created the program at SC38 transaction layer. SC80 object navigator. Here we can create all kind of objects at one place. That is a SC80. That is a transaction code. Transaction code we are calling like in SAP T code. T code means transaction code. To perform any activity, these three codes are required in SAP. Just 1 minute. To work with any of the object, we have to run transaction codes. So today onwards, everyone, you have to maintain a notes divided into three partitions. Your 1 or 2 pages divided into three partitions. One partition is for tables, one is for T code, one is for programs. Today onwards, we can get to the day by day, where day by day, almost end of this course, we can work with 100 plus T codes, 50 plus tables, standard tables, 30 plus programs, standard programs. So end of the day, once it completes the course, what is the T code for table creation? Just you have to tell automatically. Don't by heart anything. While practicing this object, automatically you get to know what T code is belongs to which activity. Okay. So today onwards, day by day, its count will be increased. So if you forgot, so in the interview level also, if you mention T code, table, or program, they will much satisfied. So that is the reason today onwards, just partition into three parts. Day by day, you collect the T codes. Whatever the new T code is coming, just add here. What is the purpose of this T code? Okay, T code name. What is the purpose? At the same time, table. What is the table? What is the table description? What are the fields are available in the table? In the program, what is the purpose of this program? Like that, you have to mention detailed information that would be useful to your interview session. Whoever maintain like this, they can easily crack the interviews. Otherwise, and after the close, it's a very difficult to identify all the T codes. Okay. Now, to log on into the system, to work with this transaction codes, we need to log on into the system. So go to run command, type mstsc, type mstsc, click on OK. So it is asking computer IP. So we will provide you, once you subscribe the course, we will provide you the server access. So here, give the IP address. The IP address, user ID, password we will provide to you. This is a dedicated user. We will provide you the dedicated users for each one user having a separate server access. Okay. So this is the IP address. Here we need to mention in the computer IP level. Click on connect. So internet connection is mandatory to work with SAP objects. So we are connecting with the server, right? So internet is a mandatory. So here you need to provide the username and password. Just click on enter. Yes, automatically it is connected to a remote desktop. It is connected to a remote desktop. So you will get a this screen. You are connected to remote desktop. This is a remote desktop. This is your local desktop. This is your system. This is your remote system. This is your remote system. This is your remote system. This is your local system. Okay. Once you give the user ID and password, these are all details, then it's automatically connected to the remote desktop, this system. So in this system, here you can get the SAP logon. This is the page. So yesterday we discussed 3 layers, right? What are the 3 layers in the arbitrary architecture? What are the 3 layers in the arbitrary architecture?
Database layer, application layer, project presentation layer.
Presentation layer. This is the presentation layer. Here you can able to see, right? This layer is presentation layer. This is a GUI. This is SAP GUI, graphical user interface. Like graphical user interface, it is available in the presentation layer. Here we can connect to the server. Okay. So this is open source, but to connect to the server, this application we cannot able to install directly in our laptop. So we can connect to the server through this GUI. Click on this icon. So here we need to add the system details. So system details already here we provided. No need, don't change anything here. So here your application server name. This is we are connecting to the application layer. The application layer level we can create the objects. Through this it is connected to the database layer. So this is comes from presentation layer. Now here we are maintaining the application layer. This detail. Then to connect with the application layer, just double click on here, give the username and password. Then it's logging into the SAP system. Okay, this is the way we can log in into the SAP system. So here, as we discussed, there is a transactional codes to work with any of the objects. For example, table creation, program creation. For each and any of the object, we have a T code where we enter the T code. This is the main page. This is the home page of SAP. So here, this is the box. This particular box, for example, to enable, just click on this arrow. It's enabled, and here you need to enter the transactional codes. Transactional codes to creation of a table. What is the transaction? SE11. This is standard transaction given by the SAP to create a database table. Just give SC11. Just click on enter. So automatically it is connected to the data dictionary page. So here we can create the tables, table related all objects we can create at this place. So here one more thing, while we are current, for example, I am working with tables. I need to work with parallelly with programs. Currently I am working with here I am creating some tables. At the same time I need to work with the programs. So this would be in the live mode, and I need to work with the program. That is also parallelly I need to work with 2 applications. So that what we had to do, same in the same section, we had to use /o. /o indicating new page. The current page still running. Then it will open the new page. /o. So in the browser level, we have a tabs, right? New tabs. Same like here, /o means it is creating the new. So for example, I work with the programs. T code is SC38 to work with the program. See here. So ABAP editor, here we can create the programs. So parallelly we can run with ABAP dictionary and programs. Okay. And for example, system allowed maximum five new windows. Just it's handle only 5 windows at a time. We can work with system can handle 5 windows at a time. 5 processes are running at a time. More than 5 system doesn't allow. So for example, you have opened 5, the count will be exceeded. So you need to close it. For example, you have completed the programming. You don't want to work with any programming. Now you wanted to close at the same, in this same page you need to open other transaction code. You want to close it at the same place, you need to open other T code. So the transaction, that is a T code, first we had to use prefix /n. /n means new window. New window open on the existing page. SCEIT, for example, SCEIT. So this program window got closed, and on the same place it's open the object navigator. See, there is no program. On the same place it's open object navigator. Okay. So this, how to log in this system, all details we will provide you in the mail, step by step. Through that you can follow. And also so so we have a T code, transactional code /o. So /o. This is indicating for new separate window. Separate page. /n. Prefix, if you use /n, what happened? Existing page got closed on the same page. New, the same new page got open. That is a /n. And we have discussed few of the T code. SC11. SC11 transaction is for data dictionary. Day by day this count will be increased. Okay, please note down this transaction codes. One partition for transaction code, one partition for tables, one partition for programs. SC30H. This is for ABAP programming. Next, SCEIT. This T code for object navigator. Okay. So here, first we need to go with the basic introduction about data dictionary. Data dictionary concept. The data dictionary concept, we have a couple of objects. First one is in the data dictionary object, that is tables. How to create the tables. These are the transaction codes. In the first object is tables, database. What is database table? What is database? What is database? Here the table data stored in the database layer permanently. Database means here the data stored permanently. So database table, the table holds the data. The table holds the data permanently in the database layer section. So how to create this database tables? So what is the table first? This is also one table. Table consists of rows and columns. This is the columns indicating the what is this particular column and what is the records inside. Each column there is a records. For example, if you take employee, this employee, what are the employee object? Employee objects are what? Employee entities, employee number, tell me few of the employee objects, employee number, employee name. Tell me what are the objects are assigned to employee? Employee number, employee name, city. So why you are all of you in the mute? Just be interactive.
Employee department,
Very good.
phone number, email address,
Phone number, good.
Employee designation.
Designation, good.
employee salary,
That is added already. Date of birth, date of joining, like time. Okay, so on. So these are all objects belong to employee. Okay, these are all employee objects. So tell me how many types of data types we have? How many types of data types?
2.
How many types? 2. How many types we
Yeah.
discussed?
Master and transactional data types.
No, that is data. Data different. Data types different.
Oh, correct. Four
types.
different data types.
4 types. What are the 4 types of data types?
Numeric,
Numeric,
character, string, hexadecimal.
What is numeric?
Numeric, character, string,
That is.
number systems. Numbering.
What are the types of numeric data types?
3 types.
Integer, packet, decimals, floating.
What are the types of character data types?
Like letters, sir. Date, time,
Okay, good.
like that.
So this is we confirm. How to inform to the system? We need to define a data types. We need to define a data type means we are assigning a memory. We are assigning a memory into the system. That is a data type. Then only system can understand. This is character. This is numeric value. So for example, here you are assigning, for example, EM. This is the employee code. It is a combination of character and numbers. Employee name. Here you can enter only characters. Here you can enter only characters. Department. Developer, for example. Salary. This is a currency. This is a currency. This is a phone number. This is a numeric. Like this. We had to decide. For example, this is an employee number. What type of data type we can assign to employee number? Which data type it is suitable here? Character, numeric. We have a 4 types of data types, right? Which data type is suitable here?
Numeric, sir.
Numeric only allow the numbers. Character can allow,
Yes, sir.
both character data type can allow characteristic and as well as numbers also. Both
I think both data types we can use.
we can use only character. It is a combination of character with numbers. That time we had to go with the characteristic data type. So what is the C is the data type. C means character. So maximum length of employee number. For example, 10 is a maximum. So for example, there is a employee ID. It would not exceed 10 numbers or 10 characteristics. So we can assign only 10. So that is limit is 10. In the future, if you want the number got extended, so we can extend the memory. How we can extend it? You can add one more digit like that. Unnecessarily, for example, if you given 50 character 50, so you can every time you are using only 4 letters. Remaining 46 character memory that we are wasting. So that is impacted to the performance. So how much we require, that much we can assign to the system. That means it is allocated some memory. 10 character length will be allocated in the memory length. Okay. So here employee name. Employee name, what type of data type? Employee name, character, numeric.
Character, sir.
Very good. Character. So we can use maximum 30, for example. Okay. City.
Same character, sir.
Very good. Department.
Character, sir.
Salary.
Numeric.
In the number level, you can use numeric or floating points or currency. So currency, basically we are using currency data type.
Currency.
Currency, this comes under the which data type?
Hexadecimal.
Hexadecimal. Very good. Phone number.
Numeric.
It's allowed only numbers. It doesn't allow characters. That is the data type numeric. Designation.
Character, sir.
Very good. Date of birth.
Character.
Character. In which data type?
Date.
Date.
Character date.
Data type.
Integer.
Date of joining.
Date.
Date. Very good. Time. Time.
Time. Character time data type.
Time data type.
Character.
Okay. So we have a data types. According to in your data, you have to decide like this. Then only system can understand. Okay. So how to define this to the system? So this is decided. Okay, right. So how to allocate the memory? That means this is specific to this particular data type. So how system understand this? So that we have to inform to the system to assign a memory. Again, we have a two objects we require. We have to know about it. That is, these are all data types. These are all data types. Correct. These data types associated with two objects again. Domain and data element. Domain and data element. So what is domain here? The domain is a data type plus length. Data type plus length, that is a domain. Data element. Data element is domain plus field label. Okay. So here domain, how to assign a domain here? Domain is a data type. For example, characters data type plus length, it is associated with the length. 10. So this is a one domain declaration. So this is data type length, data type length, data type with length. That is a domain. And what is this field label? So we are allocating a memory. That is but output level, which is belongs to, here I mentioned, this is memory. So C10 we couldn't understand. End user doesn't understand what is C10. So we need to assign a label. This is a employee number is a table. Employee name is a one label. City is the label. This C10 associated with one label. So this domain plus field label. Field label, it must be this C10 is associated with the field label. Field label is a C10. It is equal. C10 means it is an employee number. So we are informed into the system. This memory allocated to this name, assigned to this name, employee number. So once you add the data, so for example, if here I added data em2, this is a employee number. How do you know? Here you assign a memory to this label. So through this label, end user get understand, oh, this is for employee number. This is the technical name. This is the technical name is a domain. That is a system related. For system understanding, we had to define data type plus length. For our understanding, end user understanding, we had to assign a label. Where we assign the label? In the data element section. Is it clear, all of you? What is the difference between the domain and data element? Is it clear? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, using this, we can create the data type, domain, and data element. With this same, whatever the example we discussed here, how to create this memory in the system level. So what is the transaction we have to use? SC11. Go to the SC11 transaction. How to enter /n SC11. This is the data dictionary. The data dictionary level, first object, we have a database table, view, data type, and the domains, such help. These are all objects comes under the data dictionary. So data dictionary object is for basically for we have here we can create the tables. So this is the database table section. This is the topic we are discussing. Before coming to this part, first we had to know about the domain and data element. So domain, what is domain? What is domain? What is domain? What is domain?
Data type plus length.
Data type plus length. So for example, I need to define a domain for employee ID. I need to define a domain for employee ID, employee number. To create a domain for employee number. So how to create here domain section, GEMP underscore ID. See, this is, we are creating our own objects, user defined object. This is my user. I'm only creating. This is not given by the SAP. SAP has given standard objects. We no need to change over there. System also doesn't allow to change in the standard objects. Whichever the objects we are creating, those objects are custom objects, user defined objects, also called user defined object. So from A to X, that is associated with the SAP packages, standard packages. So whatever you are creating your own objects, user defined object, prefix you have to use Y or Z. X also sometimes it's okay, but majorly you can follow Y or Z. Prefix definitely you have to use Y or Z. Otherwise, if you forget to enter any name, system doesn't allow. See, if I didn't use Z, prefix Z or Y. So if I create, see what is system is asking, object can only created in SAP package. So system understanding, this is the SAP package. So that this is not, this is a your user defined object. So you have to use every time z or prefix z or y. Okay, so z. Now you can create, system doesn't ask any information. Okay, always you guys prefix you have to use naming convention as a z or y for your user defined objects. Clear? Give the description, employee ID. So we no need to by heart. So it is a user friendly system as compared to other programming language or other platforms. Everything we need to by heart. But here we no need to by heart anything. It is a user friendly. See here, I don't know the data type. Just click on this box. This is F4 section. Just click on this. You will get the all the data type list. The system level, all standard data types. Whichever we discuss 4 that is a major data types. So here all data types. So character string, character data type. Characters length. What is the length of character? So for example, I'm assigning employee ID 10 character. Click on enter. So input level, system output, system allocating 10 character length. That memory system is allocating. So to every time whatever you are adding into the system, every time what you have to do, save, check and activate, then only the memory got allocated. So currently it is inactive mode, it is not created, so it is new for reserved. This is currently this is reserved in the memory level. Once you save, it is reserved. Once you activate, it is permanently assigned to the assigned into the memory. So currently, if I save, system is asking for package. This is a separate topic. What is a package and transport? So that is discussed in the next future classes. Next 1-2 classes, we'll discuss separate discussion about this. As of now, you have to save your object in the local object. Just click on this object. So what this local object? This is separate session that we'll discuss that time. So currently, you guys saved into local object. Now your object got saved. Still, it is in inactive mode. Just check no errors and activate it. Your object, every time it should be in the active mode. Then only we can allocate it to table. Otherwise, there is no memory created. Now, 10 character length memory got created. Domain. What is the domain name? G employee ID. If I assign G employee ID means it is associating with character of 10 character of length assigned. This is the domain. And also this is a way. Data type and data type length. That is belongs to domain. And data element. What is data element? Domain plus field label. So this is the domain I created. Just copy it. In the same name, we can create a data element because of this is a domain. This is a data type. That means data element name. So this is different. This is different. Domain level same name. If you use, system doesn't take. But if this is the object is different. This is the object is different. You can take same name also. No problem. So what is we have to select? Here 3 options. In the going forward, we will discuss the remaining 2 also. First one, data element. Click on this object. So data element is for domain plus field label. Just now we have created a domain. So again, I am opening the same system. This is the domain. G employee ID. Copy. First give the description. Employee ID. Just for description. per object employee. So here domain. What is the domain we created here? Just now, this is the domain we created. Just copy and paste it here. Enter. This is the active domain. Just open and check. This object is active. Now we can able to assign here domain. So what we discussed just now, the data element is a domain plus field label. So now this part we assigned domain. Domain is ready. Next part is what? Assign a field label. This section. The data type section we assigned domain. We are at data element section. So assign the field label. Click on this field label. Now you have to assign the field label. So you can maintain all fields also fine. You can assign any of the field also, no issue. Employee number. The medium text I'm taking. This is a length. If you wanted to maintain short text, you can use here medium, long text. If you fill all also, no issue. System will take any of the best one. The long which is you maintain, that one system has taken. Save into local object. For every object, we have to do, if you start anything, just save, check, and activate it. So what we created, data element created and domain is created. These two data elements and domain is used for database tables. These two objects are used for database tables. So this is we created, but as of now we didn't create any table. In the table level, these we can assign. Correct? Just we assigned, we created this, but we didn't create any table. Table consists of rows and columns. So how to create a database table? So prefix we had to use Z. This is every time you have to use Z. No special symbols are allowed, and spaces also doesn't allow. So that is the reason we had to use underscore. Okay. Just click on create. So what we are doing here, we are creating database table. Transparent table or a database table, both are same. Transparent table equal to database table. Both names are. If we can call it like a database table or transparent table. Both names are same. Don't confuse here. This database table is stored in the database layer. Here the data stored permanently in the database layer section. Correct? So to assign this table, we need to request to the database layer. This is the database table. Please assign some location and some memory. So these things are each and every part we need to request it to the database layer. So this is the name I assigned. Here give the description first, employee table. So one more thing, here nothing, there is no coding here to do these tables and everything. There is no SQL commands, nothing is required, just for configurations. Here just we are using just configurations. There is nothing coded here. So delivery class it is indicating here this data belongs to application data. So application data nothing but the application, it contains both transactional data and master data. So for our tables we have to use only application data A. We are creating for application consists of both master data and transactional data. So delivery class, it is decided what type of data it is, both master and transactional data. So this is the table restrictions. Table allowed, table maintenance not allowed, table allowed. These are all restrictions. So always we have to use table maintenance allowed, means we can able to see and we can able to do the changes. Display maintenance allowed with restriction means we can able to see, but we cannot do any changes. We can display maintenance both not allowed. The table display like a hidden mode. So always we recommended display maintenance. We can able to see as well as we can able to change the data. That is the purpose of we had to use table maintenance allowed. Just every time what we had to do, save, check. Table has no fields. Just we have created table. We saved. Table consists of fields. Go to the field section. So in this field section, the first field is, first we need to discuss this field mandate. So key field. Key field means primary key. In the field level, there is a two section, normal fields and primary key. Primary key. The primary key is a unique data. It doesn't allow any duplicates. Unique means it doesn't allow any duplicates. If you assign any duplicate data, system doesn't allow it. So that field we have to define as a primary key. But that is the purpose we have to use primary key. So here the key, if you enable key means it is a primary key. Initial means it is filled with some data. Zero null values system doesn't allow. That is the meaning of initial. Key means primary key. Data element. So mandate, what is this mandate? Is it a mandatory field or what? So it is not a mandatory field. It is optional. So if I add mandate, what happened? Without mandate, what happened? If you add mandate, this particular table belongs to client independent. Currently, this table I am creating in S4 HANA system, S4 HANA 100 client. Like this, we have a dependent clients also, downstream systems, like client 200, 300, 400, connected clients. For example, if you create this program in S4H 100 client, tomorrow while opening your system, this got struck. For example, this is particular client is not working. Remaining 200, 300 clients working, but 100 client is not working. You need to do something in this particular table. So what we have to do, if the table is maintain this particular field mandate, this table is become a client independent. This table became a client independent. That means the same table we can use in the dependent clients also. Just log in into 200 clients, just open this table. This table will be displayed over there. If you are not maintained mandate field, this particular field became a client dependent. So if you are not maintain mandate, this table only we can view in this particular system only. The downstream connected system, we cannot view this table. That is the difference between the mandate, client dependent, client independent. If you maintain, it is a client independent. Same table we can view in the connected system. If you are not maintained, we can view only in this particular system. It is not a mandatory field. It's optional. That is our choice. Okay. So employee ID. So one more prerequisite here to create a database table. This is a very important point. To create a database table, at least one primary key is mandatory. Without primary key, system doesn't allow to create the database table. At least one primary key is mandatory. This is a prerequisite to create a database table. So G employee ID. This is a primary key. At least one primary key is mandatory. So that I am taking primary key. So employee ID always it is a primary key. In the same employee ID, there is no two user on same employee ID. Correct? It wouldn't be duplicate. So that is the reason employee ID we have to take it as a primary key. So what is the data element? This data element we created just now. What is the data element we created? This is the data element. Just copy data element, give the data element here. See, character 10. Data element is consist of domain plus data type. Just save it. So if you want to view these details, it is a more interactive. If you wanted to view these details, just double click on here. Automatically it will redirect into data element section. So where we are currently in the data element section. See, we are in the data element section. Once you double click, it is moved to data element section. This is the data element section. Domain plus field label. So domain plus field label. Just go back. Again, it's come to our actual position like this. So every time we have to go back and give that create domain assigned to data element. It's a time wasting process. One time you can practice, that's enough. So if you assign the fields level, just directly in the one screen level, we can create everything. G name, employee name is might be definitely it is a duplicate. For example, name of Srinivas, almost 30% of people on the same name of Srinivas. There might be a chance to duplicate. So it is not, we are not taking as a primary key, correct? Primary key doesn't allow duplicates. The name might be a duplicate. So it is not a primary key. Give the just this is your user defined text. Anything you can take. Data element section. Currently I'm adding data element section. See, this is not created. This particular data element not created. See, there is no length, there is no label, there is no label, there is no length. So we no need to go back again, create this data element. Nothing is required. Just double click on here. Just save and double click on here. The data element does not exist. Create a data element. Do you want to create? Yes, I want to create. So automatically it is redirecting to data element section. Just double click on it. Automatically it is redirecting to that page. It's the most interactive page. This ABAP is a this complete SAP related objects. Everything are most interactive. Easily we can interact with the objects. If you doesn't know, just double click on it. Automatically you get to know the information. So EMP employee name. Give the domain name G. So if you want to use the same domain, same name, that is also possible. Because of this data element, this is domain, different objects. Enter. No active domain available on the same name. So there is no domains are available. We no need to go back to again. Just double click on it. It is redirecting to domain page. Currently where we are in the domain page like this. Give the name employee name. Data type is character. Name, just length is 30. Save, check, activate. That's it. It's activated. Just go back. Now assign the length. So data type level domain is available. What is left? Data element. Give the data element. What is the name? Like you have to give employee name like this. Save, check, activate. Active. Save, check, no errors. Before activating, system is asking to, we are requesting to the database, we need to allocate some memory to this table into the database layer. For that, before activation, we had to assign, this is a one-time activity for tables. Go to the technical settings, your technical setting, data class. In the data class level, we have different cases. So we are using in this table level both transactional transfer. This is belongs to, we are informing to the database layer. This is a transparent. That means this is a database table. So you have to give a permission to assign this name to database layer. So we have to use here APPL0. That means we are asking to the system to assign this in the database layer level. That is request we are requesting to the database. And size category, for this particular table we are assigning length, some memory. So if you assign 0, 1, 2, 3, so first we need to assign minimum. If this number is exceeded, we can extend the memory. Unnecessarily don't waste the memory. So 0 means we can assign this table level 0 to 7100 records. This particular table allowed maximum 7100 records. If it is exceeded, then you have to change the memory size. So always you have to use 0. That's it. Save. Just go back. Save, check, activate it. Once again check it, no errors. Then activate. Currently it is in the new. Once it is activate, it's become activate. Okay, your table is ready to execute and check. There is no data. You have to enter the data. Currently there is no data. You need to enter the data. Okay, so how to enter the data? These are all topics we'll discuss on tomorrow's session. Okay, as of now, any doubts in the today's session? Any doubts in the today's session? Any doubts, clarification on today's session? Any doubts, clarification? This is your time. Hello? No doubts?
No doubts.
Okay. Are we all able to find your recording videos?
Yes.
So in this page, this is your tab, MDG. This is your tab. In the phone level, you can get the 3 lines. If you click on these 3 lines, you will get these all options. In the mobile level. In the system level, you can get here. This is the option. If you click on here, after 1 hour, this today's recording also updated here. This is yesterday's recording. So whoever missed, then go with this recording. Okay, here it is available. This is our link, sapsmartstream.com. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. Okay then. Thanks everyone. Bye. We'll catch you on tomorrow, same time.
Thank you.